Such a long loading screen. There we go.
Fire Emblem Engage.
Hello, this is Dr. J here with Let's Play Fire Emblem Engage. I did a Let's Play of this game shortly after it was released, which was a couple of years ago now. Now, Fire Emblem Engage is a flawed game. My primary criticisms of it would be some childish one-dimensional characterizations for a lot of the characters. That there was quite a bit of censorship done in the localization of this from Japanese to English, which is crazy to me that we are still censoring localizations in the 2020s. Like, we should not be doing that at this point. And lastly, it seems pretty clear to me that the dialogue for the player avatar, Alear, was written with the female avatar in mind, which is fine, except it doesn't appear to me that it was likely changed at all for the male version of the avatar, which results in some conversations that would have sounded natural as the female version that sound very cringe as the male version of Alear. But despite those criticisms, I had a lot of fun playing this game a couple of years ago. I thought it was a really good Fire Emblem experience with good classic Fire Emblem gameplay, with fun additional mechanics that were added in the form of the emblems, tons of content, absolutely beautiful visually, incredible looking environments, really well done, well animated and choreographed battles, and some beautiful character designs. So I like this game a lot, despite its flaws. I didn't really touch it in the couple of years after I cleared the main game. It's just been sitting here all this time. But then, recently, randomly, on a whim, I decided to buy all the DLC. And this game has a lot of it, and I decided I haven't recorded any LPs in a long time. I'm going to start getting back into the swing of things with just sort of some comfort food kind of LPs that I'm expecting won't be super high effort and will just be fun to do. And among those is, I thought that I would just do an LP of the Fire Emblem Engage DLC, which came in 4 different packs, and it includes new emblems, with, of course, new maps you have to play on to get the emblems. I guess a couple new classes, and a new campaign, the Fell Xenologue, with some new characters so you can get in the Fell Xenologue. Having said all that, I don't really know all that much about the DLC, how things unlock. I haven't played this game in a couple years, so I'm going to be really rusty. So this is probably going to be a little bit bumbly, but I've yammered on long enough. That's enough logistics. Let's go ahead. By the way, I have a little bit of a cough, so there will be occasional little coughs, and I apologize for that. I am trying to minimize it, sucking on a cough drop. But I'm not going to wait for this cough to go away to start doing some LPs, because it's taking weeks and weeks, and it's ridiculous. But anyway, let's load up my clear save file that I have here and dive into it. Is that my actual party? Now that I'm looking at the characters on the loading screen, I think those are mostly characters from my actual party. I did do a very brief test recording, just to make sure everything's working. Okay. So, it is popping up so many notifications at me. I got a bunch of clear rewards, a ton of money, all kinds of crystals, expert books, novice books, adept books. I now have higher difficulty levels for relay trials. I can select Vicious Volcano, whatever that means. Okay, I get bonuses for the expansion passes that I purchased. Okay, those are stat increasing items. That seems quite good. Some weapons, more money, bond fragments. A bunch more of those crystals that I think you get by playing in like the Tower of Trials or something. But I never did much with that mechanic. Okay, there's little Sami, who I apparently put sunglasses on, and that's hilarious. Hey, Yunaka. Looking foxy. You're one to talk about not being subtle, Yunaka. I'm just saying. I could give you some horse manure. But why would you? Why would you do that? I guess if you hated somebody, hey Lynn, Okay, so it said there was a new event, Lookout Ridge, and I tried to do a little bit of research ahead of time to confirm how to unlock things, to try to minimize the bumbling. I really need to reacquaint myself with this, having not touched it in 2 years. Oh, it's Hortensia manning the cafe.
For all you do.
That's pretty hilarious. Looking very flashy, as usual, Hortensia. Okay. So, oh, speaking of flashy. Hey, Gold Mary. Okay, so... Lookout Ridge. I assume... how do I bring up the fast travel menu? Let's see. Need to remember how to do all kinds of things. Somnial menu is X. Ah, here's fast travel. Is there a place called Lookout Ridge? There is. Excellent. Let's head straight there. Okay, so this should be the event that kicks everything off.
Divine One, we discovered this mysterious bracelet in southern Firene. There appear to be more of them enshrined on the islands off the coast. We should investigate.
There's an emblem inside this bracelet, all right. The presence inside is complicated, but I think I have the invocation. Lead us, Emblem of Rivals!
So it's a 3-for-1 emblem. There's precedent for this. We got a 2-for-1 emblem with Erica and Ephraim from Sacred Stones. And this one is the house leaders from 3 houses.
Finally, we're free. I am Emblem Edelgard.
Pleased to meet you. I am Emblem Dimitri. I guess that makes me Emblem Claude. Hi there.
That must have been a crowded bracelet. Sorry, I should introduce myself. I'm the Divine Dragon. You're obviously not from Elios. May I ask what you're doing here?
You know, if I were to do this LP over from scratch, I think I would just keep the default name of Alir. It's a perfectly good name. And Dr. J just sounds so odd and out of place, even though the characters never actually say it out loud. Even just reading it in the dialogue box just feels odd. We can just pretend that my avatar has the default name of Alir.
Until recently, we were the guardians of another world. It seems we were moved somehow.
Through the power of
I
DLC.
get the feeling you've come to give me some sort of test.
No need for that. You were able to summon us. That is enough. And your timing is excellent. We were just growing weary of each other's conversation.
That probably took about 10 seconds. By the way, are you guys going to recognize Byleth and vice versa?
Speak for yourself. I thought Dimitri's stories were getting better with every telling.
Yes, the sarcastic interruptions kept increasing too. Coincidence, I'm sure.
You 3 all seem to be really comfortable with each other.
Appearances can be deceiving.
Really, Edelgard?
She's kidding. You can tell because her face looks exactly the same as when she's serious.
We have always been in competition. It will be refreshing to join forces.
I should explain. We were all students at the Officers' Academy, but we led different houses.
That's what you meant by competition.
Yes. We only truly came together for special events, like the Battle of the Eagle and Lion.
A traditional mock battle between the houses, to celebrate one another's strengths.
Yeah, I remember all this. I did play 3 houses. I completed it with the Golden Deer. And I also played through part of it with the other 2 houses, but I actually didn't finish it with them. That could be an interesting LP sometime.
The real celebration was afterward. Our festivities got rather exuberant that night.
Dimitri looks pretty straight-laced, but don't let him fool you.
He's actually a psycho.
Between you and me, he's like a force of destruction at a party. I'm surprised they didn't expel his whole house for those shenanigans.
Must have been quite a night.
You only just met him, so you can't tell if he's joking. Just ignore half of everything he says.
Yeah, I have trouble believing that whole Dimitri being a party animal thing. That seems sus.
Come on, be fair. At least a third of what I say is worth hearing.
You do know a third is less than half, right?
I see we've gained some dependable allies.
Oh, okay. Well, that answers that question right away.
Professor, you're here as well? Now I truly feel motivated. What an honor it will be to fight by your side.
If you're that honored, I'll have to make sure I'm at my best.
If this Byleth is anything like the way I played him when I played the game, he had a fairly illicit relationship with a certain Hilda.
This little reunion reminds me of the day we first met the professor.
I have a feeling canonical Byleth is a lot more straight-laced. Sadly, also, Hilda is not one of the emblems that we get.
You mean that night our camp was attacked by bandits?
That's right. Only now, Claude won't be able to make any strategic retreats.
I guess we are sort of stuck together now, aren't we? I hate to say it, but we'll need to learn to get along better if we're fighting on the same side.
This is a very chatty game.
Yes, you will.
True. None of us can do all that we must on our own. But together, as part of this army, I think defeat is inconceivable. Maybe I sound arrogant, but I'm that confident in the skills our professor has taught us. Wouldn't you agree, my teacher?
Of course. I am proud of you all. This time, let us fight together to the end.
Let me say it formally.
My goodness, they just go on and on.
Our power is at your disposal. Please make the most of it.
Victory will be ours. Have no fear. We are here to help.
And if these two and their conventional tactics fail, maybe I'll show you a few tricks.
Maybe you will,
That's all
Claude.
very reassuring. Thank you. I'll do my best to help the three of you work together.
Okay. Very interesting. How come Edelgard gets the emblem named after her? It's all three of them. I'm pretty sure it's because she's a fan favorite. To be honest, I don't have anything against her, but I actually liked the two just as much or more. But hey, it is what it is. Interesting. That sounds complicated to use. Who even is that? Is that Edelgard? That's really different looking. It doesn't look any... Oh, no, that's Alir. That's Alir. I'm being dumb. That's the female Alir. Sorry. I knew that didn't look anything like Edelgard. Okay. Interesting. Bonus damage to dragons. Okay, excellent. Emblem Bracelets Island. So is that where I get all the rest of the emblems? Okay, let's try to remember that. I was rewatching part of my original LP in preparation for starting recording this. And, oh, Spirit Gem. It was quite obvious to me,
Yep.
watching that, how I had not really been thinking about the Fire Emblem franchise for years when I played that game, because I remembered nothing. I remembered, like, almost none of the characters' names, which games they came from. It was kind of ridiculous. I've been more engaged, but with the Fire Emblem franchise in the interim, so I've remembered a lot more than I did at the time. Okay, so I have tons of money, tons of items that I could use for a variety of purposes. I barely remember because I haven't played this game in so long. But before we do... Yeah, super busy, Yunaka. But before we do any of that, I want to just kind of jump straight into seeing about getting one of the emblems. Just jump right into things. Let's see. Here we go. Let's make a save, because that was a long cutscene. I'll go ahead and make it in a new slot. And it was a fine cutscene with some amusing dialogue, but I kind of feel like I don't need to watch all that again. Hold on, I need to get another cough drop. I go through these fast. I'm single-handedly keeping Halls in business until this cough goes away. This is not a sponsored video. Okay. So, it said go to the world map and go to Emblem Island. Presumably that's where I get other emblems. Let's find out. Honestly, there was one particular emblem that when I learned that the DLC added it, it's kind of what suddenly made me want to buy the DLC pass, and I decided I might as well just get everything. Oh man. I'm pretty sure there's a faster way to get there than having to go there manually. Also, this is long. Let's skip that. Let's see if I can remember that. ZL is... Okay, X is fast travel. Perfect. What? Where's the Emblem Island? Huh? Good grief. Is this even faster? Okay, am I crazy or was Emblem Island not on this list? I think Firene Castle was closer to it, though. Yeah, that's pretty close. Maybe it's because I haven't been there yet, so it's not unlocked for fast travel. That would make sense. Okay, Divine Paralogs. You can use the world map menu to return to the Somnial or the world map of the main story. Oh, is this like a whole different map? Oh wow, this appears to like be a whole different world map. That's really cool. Okay. It looks like maybe I can't just get the new emblems in any arbitrary order, but that's fine, because the emblem I want... Well, I mean, I want all of them, but the emblem I really want turns out to be the very first one. Divine Paralogue, Dragon Temple. Alright. Let's just dive right into it. The Ancestor.
Here we are, the island south of Firene. I definitely feel the presence of an emblem.
That looks like an altar over there.
With a bracelet resting on top of it. Must be the emblem inside I'm sensing. Yes, I feel it now.
What is it, Divine One?
I think an invocation just came to me. I'll try summoning the emblem now.
Oh, I don't have to fight first. I just get to summon the emblem right away.
Emblem of Dragons!
Okay, interesting. So there's a paralogue. How does this work then? Well, we'll find out. I thought I'd have to fight and then I'd get the emblem. So, it's Tiki. Yeah, this is kind of what sold me on wanting to get the DLC, because Tiki is cute and cuteness is justice. I'm a simple man sometimes.
Am I? No. Excuse me. But who are you?
Okay, I didn't realize that she'd have this, like, ridiculous British accent kind of thing. That's hilarious.
I'm the Divine Dragon. We came here because I sensed your presence.
Divine Dragon? Why, that's what I am too. My name is Emblem Tiki.
Her voice is really different from what I was expecting. I thought it would just be more of a generic cutesy voice. I'm not complaining. This is pretty great.
I must thank you for waking me. I feel I've been asleep for a very long time.
I can relate to that, Tiki. Do you happen to remember anything from before your sleep?
I know my bracelet friends and I were all somewhere, very far away. We fought in so many battles. I cannot recall how they ended.
Don't worry, you won.
I do remember someone very gentle helping me to sleep. I wonder who it was.
Was that Marth then?
Someone gentle.
I was kept asleep in my former world too. It was to protect me, but I was still quite frightened. But then Mama made it so that I didn't need to sleep anymore.
Maybe not.
Do you mean Marth? Are you talking about events from the time of the Hero King?
You know him?
I do. Emblem Marth has been a guardian of Elios for a long time. If you'd be willing to join him in fighting to save this world, we'd be very grateful.
I would love to join your group. Traveling with so many new friends sounds like fun. But if I'm to join you, I'd like to see what drives you to fight. Will you show me your essence?
Ah, so I guess I do have to fight before I get you as an emblem. That makes sense.
Of course. How do we do that?
Why, that's easy. You can battle against me. Then I'll know your true nature.
It's the most anime thing ever. In order to understand each other, we must fight.
And you don't need to hold back. I am really quite strong.
Oh, I know. You're a dragon. It's because you have a cute human form. I know. You're a divine dragon. I think according to the lore, if she lost control, she theoretically has enough power to exterminate all of humankind. But I find that a little questionable. But the point is she's powerful. Okay. So what party was I even running with here? Okay, so I had Diamant paired with Ike. I had Lapis paired with Leaf. Kagetsu and Erika. Oh, it's my psycho fangirl Fram. So I'm pretty sure, in fact, I definitely remember that I went with Saline for my S-rank bond. That was due to the dumb censorship that I was talking about earlier, where it sort of removed, like, all references to any romance in the dialogue whatsoever is one of the things they did. So Fram's S-rank ending just ends up being ridiculous in that case, because what it basically ends up doing is she gets Alir asks Fram to be his quote-unquote ally, and she gets all teary-eyed excited about it, and it just comes across as this bizarre, awkward scene. And I don't know, I was just like, okay, fine, if it's gonna be like that, I'll just go with Saline. But I am guessing in the original Japanese, it had more romantic undertones and was not, will you be my ally? If I had known that, I'd have just stuck with Fram for my S rank, but whatever. It's fine. It doesn't matter. Oh yeah, and here's Mavier. Mavier's so cool. I'm kind of tempted to maybe take out Kagetsu and put in Mavier, because he's a sword master. Diamant uses a sword. I use a sword. We don't necessarily need another person using a sword. So let's throw in Mavier. I guess this is fine. I don't seem to have any magic users in this lineup, though. That could be an issue. Who else could I take out? Maybe Chloe and swap in Saline. Now I have a magic user. That's probably fine. This first video could end up being super long. We'll see. I guess if it ends up being too long, I'll just cut it in the middle of the fight and make the fight a two-parter. In fact, there's a fairly high probability of that happening. Okay, this seems good enough. Let's just fight.
Now then, show me your strength.
I can't get over, I was not expecting her to have this accent.
These doors are protected by a powerful force.
Oh, so do I need to...
These sigils are the only way to unseal the doors.
Okay.
Do your best to reach
You're just gonna straight up say that, but that was my guess anyway.
Perhaps it would be wise to head for that sigil first.
Why that one first? Defeat Emblem Tiki. Okay, we'll do our best. First thing I need to do is remember how to play the game. Oh, here's some cool music. So they suggest going for this one first, eh? Now, because this is an end-game party, I don't think that these Divine Paralogs are necessarily balanced for end-game strength or post-game strength, because I think that they actually become available before the end of the game. So my party should be pretty comfortably set up to handle this. Yeah, we've got... Or if it... I don't know if it might scale with me, though. If it scales with my party, then what I just said is completely untrue. Of course. And maybe it does scale with my party. But anyway,
I've got this.
Let's just get in there and start kicking butt. Oh, do I want to turn on this? Probably so. That seems wise. Do I want to just engage right away? Oh man, I've totally forgotten my fighting strategies and stuff. Why not? Let's go ahead and engage. Alright, you and me, Lynn.
Emblems engage.
Okay. I could Astra Storm somebody. I could call my doubles. But this would be a dumb place to do that if I'm gonna be sitting there. Let's see. Maybe I should start by Astra Storming. There's a lot of targets. I see dragons. I kind of feel like... Oh, that's not a dragon. What is that thing? A fabrication. Maybe it is a dragon, just a freaky looking one. Let's start with hitting that one. It just looks scary.
Now I have you.
I'm expecting my initial tactics to be appalling while I get back into the swing of things. And remember how to play this game.
Stronger until no one can beat me.
Alright. Okay, so apparently I made Lapis a Cavalier. I'd forgotten that.
Me, right?
Actually you don't need to engage yet, I don't think. That will do the most damage. Oh, only a 37% hit chance. Don't do that then. Oh, her hit chance is terrible with everything. Maybe the enemies do scale with my level then. That would make sense. Make it a better challenge. Maybe Saline would...
do what I must.
Maybe Saline would do better. Honestly, it's not like Saline was a bad choice for S-rank pairing either. By any stretch. To my way of thinking, she and Fram are kind of the two obvious frontrunners. 99% hit and completely kill it definitely seems better. 100% hit is better still. Go ahead.
Here we go.
Nice shot.
Adieu.
Yeah, Saline is great. Definitely not a terrible choice to have gone with.
For the Divine Dragon.
Okay. Let's see. Do I want to make a target of Fram? Sure, why not? Oh, I seem to remember Dragon Vein. Is that real overpowered? Am I remembering correctly? Oh man, so many things I don't remember, having not played this game in 2 years. When you engage, you move super fast. No, you're connected to Leaf. That's not Leaf's power. You're connected to Corrin. There's a cavalry guy who's from one of the really early games. I don't think that I brought that emblem along though. Okay.
I won't lose.
Fine, whatever. Let's just sit on this protection tile. That seems fine. Everyone just charge.
Prepared. What you got?
Understood.
Well, you can actually attack. Is it worth it? 100% hit chance. And you take no damage. That seems pretty worth it. Nice. Can't even touch him. You can go ahead and sit back here, actually. Alright, what you got, Tiki and crew? Oh, you have long range. Silence. You can't silence me.
This is my redemption.
Oh man, nice work,
I made a difference.
Mavier. The fight scenes in this game are seriously a joy to watch. Alright, so my party is certainly powerful enough to handle these enemies. That's good. Alright, a lot of them are just charging. They're just going for it. Okay. Get in there. Alir, aka Dr. J. Do I want to call my doubles? I would only get 3 if I call them from there. But if I call them from here, I get more. Can I call them and then move? Oh, let's just call them here, it's fine. Oh, that uses my turn. That makes sense.
This ice is rather slippery. We could use it to hasten our step, so long as we are careful.
Interesting. Be kind in the comments about all the things that I've forgotten how they work. Like I said, I haven't played this game in 2 years, so...
A slight injury.
I've forgotten all kinds of things. And I'm sure that I'm making lots of silly mistakes. I'm just getting back in the swing of it.
Let's do this!
I require no praise.
Excellent. Avoid plus 30. That seems very good. Okay. Yunaka. Yeah, go ahead and start weakening this guy up. Nice work. Alright, Goldmary. I think you can finish this guy off, right? Comfortably.
Here we go!
I will never fail.
Diamant. Nah, Kefra on my tongue. My cat was just on my lap. Looking for cuddles, as they do. Let's see. Okay, that just seems fine then.
Let's do this!
This will hurt.
Those two seem like such a natural emblem and fighter to pair up together, Diamant and Ike. They seem to be very similar kind of characters. Let's see. I think that you're also a healer, right, Saline? Yes, you have a staff. Oh yeah! Those do have a limited number of uses. That's fine. I'm sure we can afford to buy enormous numbers of them.
Thank you.
Alright. Mauvier back to full. I'm not even sure what he just tried to do. Probably silence. I should have been paying attention to what his weapon was he was using. No, probably not silence. I don't see why he'd bother using that against Alir. Alir doesn't cast spells. Who knows? I guess I can put the cursor over him to see. Thoron, was that it? Whatever it was, it didn't work. So... Fram, how about you get in some action? What's up this way, by the way? Anything? No, doesn't appear so. Alright. Get in here. And... oh wow, yeah. She'll tear him apart. Low chance of taking some retaliatory damage, it looks like. Nice dodge.
Woohoo!
It's very cocky of you, Fram, to be fighting with one hand behind your back, literally. Alright, Saline. Go ahead and just use Bolganone then. That seems fine. One-shotted.
In the name of peace.
Oh yeah, I remember. She's the one who completely and ruthlessly obliterates her enemies in the name of peace. Oh, Saline.
Here we go!
One more! I can help. Not over yet. I can help. Ready yourself.
Well, that was brutal.
Good wind.
Let's see. Just move forward this turn, I suppose.
Mavier reporting.
Contemplative. Right now, as I get back into the swing of the game, I'm not even really taking into account all the special extra abilities my enemies have. I'm just thinking about positioning and who to attack with whom in a very basic way. That was a good level. Well done, Lapis. So far, this is going very smoothly and easily. Which is once again making me wonder if the Divine Paralogs scale with my level or not. If they don't, this is indeed going to be pretty easy, these Divine Paralogs, but it's not entirely a bad thing as I get back into the swing of how the game works. Beyond just the most basic aspects of how every Fire Emblem game works. The Fell Xenologue, which is the DLC, the final DLC pack and adds the whole campaign, has its, like, resets your levels or something, I seem to remember reading. But I don't think that it's the case that if you have a powerful post-game party that you can just walk through it. In any case. Okay, move +2. Interesting. Let's see. I should put ranged fighters up there. You can warp when you engage with Celica. I remember that. I think it was Celica who has the warp ability.
Emblem Engage!
And it's, like, really powerful. The ability to just move wherever you want to on the map is really good. Yeah, Warp Ragnarok. Let's see. So if I were to put you here, for example, 3 enemies can attack you from there, apparently. That's crazy. Oh, whatever. Think that you can just hide out in those side passages and ambush me? I don't think so.
Grant me strength.
I can warp. And then one-shot you.
I want to help you.
Yeah, I want to help you by nuking you into oblivion. Oh, Saline. Alright. Ah, yes, and of course, while I am engaged with Lyn, I have range thanks to her bow. So that will be useful.
I'm in.
One more! I can help. One more! I can help. I need to get stronger until no one can beat me.
Excellent. Sure, if we can draw those two forward to where our whole team can wreck them, then that's fine. Actually, hold up. That's emblem energy? Yes, emblem energy. So I'm going to want to put either myself or Saline on that to restore that. I have kind of isolated Saline by putting her there. We'll see if that was a tactical error on my part. I'm just kind of counting on how powerful she is, and the fact that I can provide her fire support with, well, myself while I am engaged with Lyn, anyway. And Yunaka has range. And so does Mauvir. Yeah, I have a variety of ranged fighters. Brutal. Ha! Nice dodge, Lapis. Always reliable. Alright, well, we are up to a 40-minute recording now, and I kind of don't want to make it ridiculously long. So I think we're going to cut it there, and we're going to pick up with the next episode for the next part of this fight, the first of the Divine Paralogs, and see if we can finish it. It got our first, well, not really our first new emblem, our second new emblem after the Three Houses emblems. Our second one will be Tiki. I never gave the Three Houses emblems to anybody. That was silly. Well, I'll remember to do that when I assign Tiki. Spoiler alert, Tiki's going to me. As amazing as Lyn is, Tiki is the new emblem that I want to use for Olir. And so Lyn will go to one of my subordinates. But anyway, we'll be picking up with this in the next episode. I'll see you then.